Justice League Dark issue 5. This is James Tynion the fourth, and we have on art Daniel Semper. So yeah, so this was Detective Chimp focused
The
to a point.
chimp drinks.
The chimp does drink.
A chimpanzee walks into a bar.
Yes,
Yeah.
he drinks a lot in this.
But that's not the joke.
We start the book, we end the book with him drinking.
Okay, so I got a question for Connor because he's our de facto DC magic expert. Are you that familiar with this land? Is it Mira? Is that how you say it?
I assume it's how you say it. That's how I've always read it. I'm not hugely familiar, no. It's one of those
Okay.
corners that vaguely aware of.
Joe, what's funny is that
it's
I
no
read
Gem
Mira first, and then I said, no, I'll say Myra. And the reason why I switched is because Mira to me sounds like I'm saying the word mirror.
See, to me it
Yeah.
sounds like Mira from Aquaman.
Okay.
The double R to me says Mira, not Myra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Single
fair.
R is Myra.
That's fair, but
You
I
think
feel
like
like I'm
Mum
just saying the
Rock
word
from
mirror
Thundercats?
in my accent because that's how I say mirror.
Yeah, because I have nothing. I don't know about this place whatsoever. Like, I know of the Magic Realms. You have Gemworld, and you have the Warlord place. I forget the name of it. And if you're counting, the land that time forgot as magic, that's more
Okay.
sci-fi. I'm not too sure, depending on who's writing.
Gemworld's
This
the
place-
pinnacle, though.
Yeah. So this is all I know. And when they started describing it as a place of metaphors and not literal, my brain kind of went like, but so wait, so is it real or is it not real? Like, how are they interacting with it if it's a land of metaphors?
Because
So-
you can interact with a metaphor. Sure.
Yeah, but Chimp was making it sound like it's not a place of concrete.
No, I think it's more the idea that everything's a representation of something. Like where he says, we see it's not a tree; it's just something that looks like a tree. It's a representation of a tree, but it's a sentient being.
But it's
So
still a tree,
everything
right?
is- Well, is it?
I don't know. And that's where, again, my brain's like, what is this place? So I guess that's the good job by Tynion, right? For like,
It feels
really-
mystical.
yeah, like, because I don't know what this place is. And like, yeah, there's skeletons, soldiers, and dragons, and that's fantastical enough, but they're
Yeah,
not supposed to exist.
and Bobo messed it up, and they're all mad at Bobo.
Yeah.
Because the blue devil.
Blue Devil.
So
Yeah, shows up and is like.
I had
Bobo.
this spoiled by accident via Reddit because it said, "Look who showed up," and there was no spoiler tag. There was no. So
Why
I
would you
was just
click
like,
if it says "Look who showed up"?
because it wasn't for Justice League Dark. It was just I thought it was gonna be like a Stan Lee something. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Some of the DC subreddit, you thought like, whatever. And then I click on it, and it was Blue Devil, and I went, son of a bitch. Now I know what to expect for Justice League Dark. It didn't ruin it for me because Blue Devil's one of those characters that I really like. But had I had the surprise of him showing up at the end, because he's teased at the beginning.
Yeah. When he
Like-
shows up at the end with a giant axe.
Yeah, I would have
It's
liked
like,
to have
hell
that
yeah.
surprise. You know?
Yeah, basically they steal Bobo's sword because they want to go to Mirror, and he's not happy about it, and then he decides to man up a little bit afterwards and follows them in to try and take control of the situation. And they don't like him very much there. He did something really bad to mess up, because obviously we start in a flashback where they're at the funeral of the Nightmaster, and this is him getting the sword and him getting the duty and how much responsibility it is and everything else.
That funeral seemed like a legit good funeral. You had bands playing. You had two different bands. You had Nightmasters, the Electrics, which is a weird name for a band, and then you had some Mirren sorcerers playing like the light flute from Futurama. Like,
Presumably an open bar.
yeah, probably. But yeah. So, when did Bobo do this? This is right after.
Right after
He
Metal,
died.
presumably, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Between Metal and then when he was recruited for this team, I would assume.
Right. So.
I mean, I
Yeah.
as I said, not overly familiar with Mira. It could be one of those places where time moves a bit funny.
And that's what I'm thinking, because if this happened in between, moments with him. I could get that, but I like them bringing Blue Devil back into this because he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
And he was a stuntman that ended up with being cursed by a demon to become a demon. So that's kind of cool.
Also worth mentioning Tracy 13 and Man-Bat bonding a little bit.
Yeah.
More of a team up that I didn't know I
Also,
wanted, but I'll take it.
Her bringing up Natasha was a nice bit of continuity from Superwoman.
That's cool, yeah.
I like that.
So, no, that stuff was cool. And then he also had Constantine and Swamp Thing off to see Dr. Fate to pick a fight.
Naboo.
Yeah. To pick a fight and basically to summon some maybe some higher
powers.
Higher powers.
Like,
that
right,
was the
someone
phrase.
come in and sort this douche out.
Yep.
Yeah. So Phantom Stranger shows up, and that's kind of relieves that.
I do appreciate how Constantine that is. He's like,
Yep.
yeah, this is above my pay grade, so I'll just call someone, basically.
I also like the nature magic's still unstable, being that the Parliament of Trees is gone still. They're gone, and Swamp Thing doesn't know that if he decides to retire, if they're ever going to replace him, which that's a problem.
Yeah, they can replace him.
Right. And then with Constantine, the cancer's back because that demon blood did burn itself out. So all the different things that he's done, it's almost, I think of it as wizard cancer, like from Harry Potter with Dumbledore.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's just attacking him all at once, and it's just too much for him to deal with.
Sure, that makes it clear for me, sure.
Yeah.
I do particularly like what this does for Swamp Thing, though. The idea that he was ready to retire, but now he feels obligated to stay because he's like, but what if I can't? What if
the great?
Exactly. So it's like this reluctant hero sort of thing that he's doing, even more than usual.
Yeah, it's just the burden of, if there's no protector of the green, the Earth is screwed, and he doesn't know if he can be replaced or not. So yeah, it adds this extra layer to his character that I quite like, because he's always
this grizzledness to him.
He's always been like a tragic hero. He's always been this tragic figure who, it at least takes some time coming to accept what his purpose is and what he's supposed to do. So the idea of doing this again at the end of his story, if this is what we're considering it, is that like he was ready to give up. He was ready to like go down, and not in a bad way. He was just ready to be replaced. But no, he has to stay on and fight. So
yeah, and I like that a lot. But with him, because like you said, he's this tragic figure that for a while he was just the memories of Alec Holland. You know, he wasn't even the actual Alec Holland.
Yeah.
So here, now he's stuck. Like, he can't even quit if he wanted to.
I hope we get to see some of the outcome with Phantom Stranger and Naboo.
Yeah.
I want to know where that's going.
So, do we know if Phantom Stranger is still supposed to be Judas? Like, if that's...
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember it being undone.
He seemingly outranks Naboo, because he's like, we need to have a talk. It
does feel that way, yeah.
But I definitely feel like we're going to get this villainous Naboo for now until they can strap someone else to the helmet. Because
I think... We got the teasers with Man-Bat asking Tracy 13 to hey, we got the kid in the jar.
Help him.
Yeah, we help him, and we can have Khaled be Fate again, I assume.
Yeah, but see, I like this Naboo that he's all about order and he doesn't care about it, and that's what makes him villainous. Like, he's not a bad guy exactly. He's just like, no, you guys mess things up too much. I have to clean this up.
Gone to the extreme.
Yeah, and I like that about him, because if they could strap him down, then that adds that little wrinkle to Fate, where now he has Naboo going, nah, you gotta let me loose. You gotta fix all this, so that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was a good issue.
Just on the art, I wasn't familiar with Samper before, but I really liked it.
It was pretty solid, right from the start with Chimp walking into the bar.
Yeah, that and fantastic colours on the opening stuff, especially for the funeral. But then you get all these double page spreads of like them fighting the dragon thing, like Wonder Woman leaping at the dragon was fantastic looking.
Yeah, I think sometimes you worry when you see a name in the art you don't recognise, and you're like, oh god, is this going to be good or not?
Well, yeah, because it's just an unproven quantity, isn't it? It's like you don't know what to expect.
But no, the art was really solid. No, it was good. What are you giving it, Matt?
This was a 8.5. I thoroughly enjoyed this issue.
Connor?
Yeah, I'm on board with the 8.5.
I'm going to be the Grouch in this one then. I'm going with a 7. I liked it. The art was good. I liked the Swamp Thing stuff. And I like what it's doing with Chimp. I guess my lessened enthusiasm is just because we're in a magical realm and we're dealing with magic-y things.
It's
me and
it's
Matt are right
reminding
at
me
home.
Yeah, it's reminding me of Demon Knights. Like,
God, I missed that book.
yeah. So that's I'm looking up Daniel Sampier now to see where we would have seen him. He's done some Green Arrow. He's done a lot of Injustice.
So he's been with DC for a while then, doing stuff, just not books we'd have been seeing.
Yeah. He did Batgirl 18 and 19.
Okay.
Trying to see which.
Obviously, it didn't make enough of an impression that we remembered, but
No.
I'd like to think I'll
that's
remember after this.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it more. So that's always good.